Yes, I'm back. We were talking about the Feast of the Black Nazarene at the time that the Sims Court stopped. And so I'm back because I also want to inform you that as I was airing the videos on YouTube, that whereas on my previous videos I was able to download as many videos as I desired. I desired 53 videos, and including the parts, it amounted to about 56 videos, and there wasn't an issue. Then, now it's posted and blocking me from being able to put any more than 15 videos on one site. So I decided to make this video here my 15th video, so that I can make you aware that the other videos will be on a different site. So you may have to just type in the full name as it's, posted, which is Unveiling Truths dash YAHs in parentheses, foretold, and then prophecies dash and then the number. But I knew that the viewer count was not correct, and even as I viewed these videos, one person made a comment that they were wanting more, and I'm just so pleased to just read that someone out there is hungry for the things of God. That is awesome. That means that's one soul that's gravitated to God, and that God will draw him unto himself, and that's one saved soul. That's just awesome. Even if, like I stated before, if only one person is drawn to God through the videos I've posted, then my time and efforts have not been in vain. I'd also like to say that his particular posting and comment of encouragement, that one video, number 3, as I look down the video numbers, that was the only one video that had been removed and that was not visible amongst the videos. I had to actually type it in the complete title with that particular number for me to surface that number 3 video with that positive comment, which tells you a lot about the deceits that are going on in this society to hide God's prophetic truths. So we were talking about the Black Nazarene, and I'm going to start off there because there's also other postings that you need to be made aware of in regards to this. But just know that disregard the viewer counts. They are purposely being miscalculated and manipulated and kept down in low numbers to discourage viewers. But they were tested. I mean, if you watch the videos or others have watched the videos and the number count did not change, that lets you know that the numbers counts have been manipulated and or purposely to sabotage and hinder. But I'm going to show you the number 3 that will be clear that the individual who made the comment, that they did not want his comment to be seen or made aware of or known. So, but anyways, we were on the Feast of the Black Nazarene. This is a multitude of non-Hebrews, and I won't say non-blacks, because understand that there are blacks like the Ethiopians, Sudanians, Congos, Libyan, Nigerians. I mean, a lot of other African tribes or black tribes that are in those sub-Saharan regions, but they are not Hebrew, and they are not for us to give our daughters and our sons in marriage to, nor are we to take their sons and their daughters into our tribe, because God has chosen us out of all the people on the face of the earth to be his special, peculiar people, and we are to be a holy people before him. So understand that all these toxins and pollutants and bad things you've learned since you have been outside of your land, you're going to have to clean all that up, because as a holy people, God is not going to allow you to bring your detestable and abominable things into his land and pollute it. That's what got us in trouble, part of what got us in trouble to begin with, when we polluted God's land, and we even polluted the Sabbath by not keeping it in accordance to how God ordained for us or set it up for it to be kept. So anyways, we're going to continue with the Feast of the Nazarene, but understand that this is video 15. I just wanted to make you aware that I can only post 15 videos at a time. So, as a matter of fact, before I even go into this, excuse me, I'm going to show you the third video in the comment. And that when you look for my future videos, that you will know that you'll have to type in the complete title if you're wanting to view them even further, so that you can find the additional videos that will be posted, which will be from 16 on up. And you'll know when I'm at the conclusion of the videos, because I will physically close out in person in this attire. And you will know that that will be the end of my videos, because I will state that, and it will be in this attire. And so that way, when I repost the videos, you'll know that that's the end. And I don't want to say what number that will be, because as I'm speaking, it goes over into different segments on the Sims card. So let's just say from 16 possibly up to 20. Okay, let's say 20, around in that area should be my final video, and I will verbally and in this physical sense close out and render my goodbyes to you, and you'll know that that's the final video. So we're going to continue with the pictures that we were, or the things we were speaking in reference to, or the pictures I was showing you of these people whose faith is just awesome. I mean, have you ever seen such faith anywhere? I mean, anywhere? I mean, these people are on fire, and they are truly acknowledging, although they don't speak our language, their actions are indisputably clear as to what their beliefs are. So we're going to continue here, but before I do start here, I want to show you the fact that there have been some changes since my last videos, and I can only post 15 at a time. So because it went over 15, I just want to make you aware that on my last video I would do a physical conclusion where you'll be able to see me speaking to you, closing out the videos, okay? So we're going to get started, because I want to show you something real quick. Now, we did stop here as we were viewing photos of Feast of the Black Nazarene, but I want to show you something, and I think that, let me see if I can pull it up, or you know what, okay, let's type in and And here I'll try to see if I can find the videos under, okay, okay. And you don't have to, but this is how you would have to type it in order to bring up the previous videos. And it should even actually come up even with this. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to bring this in. We want to make it where we can see it, the whole thing. So we'll bring it into 100. And as you can see, these here are the videos that I've just posted. And you can see the different numbers of the numbers that I just posted. Okay, the different numbers. I don't see number 1 that I posted, and I don't see number 3 that I posted. So what I'll do is I'll go back up at the top, and I will type in -3. And now we have here -3. So when I open this up, see, you have to understand that sometimes they will purposely try to block out, but because my videos are numeric, that makes it easy for you to see what videos have been removed or blocked or however. And if that particular video is not visible, then you would, if you are interested in viewing it, then just type in the numeric number. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this because I just wanted to pull you up to show you that I just put this video up, but to show you that you can see here by all the other videos to the side that are being advertised that this video number 3 is in fact up. And I just posted that today as with the others. Number 1 was posted yesterday, but I noticed here that someone had made a comment, and I believe that this is possibly why it was blocked. It states here, I want more, and then it says, keep it up, you. And then it's got also, I gotta kind of, okay, also let's build each other up. And then it's got ×3. And I gave him a thumbs up and a hearts to let him know I appreciated his comment, the fact that he was hungry for the things of God. And it shows here that that was posted 13 hours ago. Earlier today, after the video had been posted. But understand that when you run across where you can't find the videos, just type in Unveiling Truths -YAHs, and then in parentheses foretold, and then prophecies, and then dash, and then the number. And whichever number that you can't see, it should be able to surface from that point. So I'd like to comment and say this commenter's name was non-copyright music. So non-copyright music, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation for your very encouraging comment, and I'm hoping that you will grow as well as others. So if you like it, I hope that you will share with others that you know, so that they can grow in knowledge of the things of God as well. Because understand, not everybody is going to be able to handle truth. I mean, where I did have more than 12 subscribers, one disappeared. And that's okay. I mean, it's up to them. That's on them. But the thing is that not everybody can handle truth, and that's what I'm about, is bringing about the truth. Okay? So I just, those of you who can handle truth, I'm hoping that you'll continue watching the videos, and so that you can continue to grow in the truth of God, because the truth is what's going to be vitally important in the end. Now, I'm just curious, if I go back, okay, let's see. Okay, 3 is up only now because I typed in the full, okay, now at first it was more than that, and now it's kind of even gotten lesser. But it should be up to video 14. So I'm just going to type 1 and see if 1 is even, because it should be, okay, so let's put an S here, because truths, okay. Okay, now here is 1, 20 hours ago. And I just started, I posted this actually last night. I'm trying to see if it will come up. Okay, so this is video 1. So if you do not see the numeric number, then just type it in. Okay. So just letting you know that these videos will be where if you can just type them in, it will be able to come up, and as you can see, that was not shown, but it is visible if you scan down. And then there's number 4. There's number 4, the 4th video as well. So why some are made visible and others are not, I really cannot say exactly. This is the first video of my first group of video, and that's video number 49. So see, in my first videos, I was able to continue creating videos. So how it is that I'm only able to do 15 now, I don't know. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna get ready to, and there's no comments on here, so, and it's only just a few viewers, only 6 viewers, but understand that these view counts, don't even waste your time on these view counts, because they are not accurate. And they were tested, and we know that they are not accurate. So don't worry about when you see that this has been up 2 years and only 57 views. No, we tested them and the numbers did not change. So the numbers have been manipulated. So don't concern yourself with the view count. Just concern yourself with the fact that that the videos are teaching truth. And that's what I'm here for. I'm not worried about popularity. That's not the matter of the point of why I'm here. But what I would like to share with you is scripture. Okay? It says, I want to share this with you before I close. And then I also, well, as a matter of fact, before I do that, let me share something else real quick. It's so much to share, but I want to share, well, you know what, I can't go there without going here, because we were on, and these are just photos, just so many photos. But I want to go to the one that's I want to go to the one that's going to show you, although yes, we are waking up at the mark of 400 years, we are awakening. But these photos here, because it's other photos out there. And I'm going to try to just go through, because I know I've been showing you these, we've been going through these, but since I stopped in the middle of these, I don't know where all we got. So I'm just going to kind of go on through these different ones, showing the different feasts, okay, and just giving you a glimpse of what is just how, you know, God is just opening great doors. And what these people are saying is that we know truth. And we, in this guy here, oh, his heart is just so sincere. I mean, young individual. And he's just cleaving unto God with all of his heart and soul. You know, this is how we Hebrews should be. We should be like this young man here, just so sincerely dedicated in the things of God. And it's just so many photos. You know, just go through and look at the multitudes. You know, and this, now be careful of this though. We don't want to start bowing down. And even though, because see, we have to still remember, he's kissing the foot of the image of the black Nazarene. But you still have to understand these are still images. Be careful about bowing down to man-made images. Do not do it. We see that they reverence truth, and they will be blessed like we will be blessed. Excuse me. They in their actions, they don't have to speak English. Their actions speak loudly for them. I mean, there's just absolutely no question as to who they deem as being the true God and Messiah and Savior of this world. I mean, they turn out even at night. Their feast go on. It does not. I mean, they have their feast on Thanksgiving, on Good Friday. I mean, their feasts continue, and not one of these individuals are Hebrew, or you know, and yet look at how just on fire. I mean, really, look at that. I mean, just on fire. And this goes not just, I mean, look at that, how the crowd just is as far back as the eye can see. And this is an aerial view up over their heads. And look at how, I mean, you know, these people know prophecy. I mean, it is just, I just want you to see how these people are all over. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone is out in their country, just out. And thank goodness they're shooting water on them, because that's a refresher. Because that's got to be hot, you know. And so it's good that they have water for those who need to cool down. But they are just, it's just awesome. Okay? The Black Nazarene. And this is what all the multitudes are gathered for. To give feast unto the Black Nazarene. Okay. Where am I at? Okay, and also, and that was the Philippines and different people, but also understand that even with the Black Madonna, these people here as well. This is over in Poland. Oh wow, so many different countries, other countries, just not reverenced here because of so high the racism is in this land. But the mother, Mary, the Messiah's mother, Mary, and in Hebrew will be Miriam, and the Messiah being black. They're reverenced by priests, like this image here. I don't know if I could get that up close. but they are reverencing truth. They are reverencing truth. And here is the mother and the Messiah. Mary and the mother and the Messiah. But do not bow before any images. You know, God knows who he is. You know, you glorify him, awesome. But just be careful about images that you bow before. No, don't bow before any image. You know, just have your heart right with the Lord. And this is a priest bowing before a long pole with an African head on it. Okay, you can tell by the shape. But be careful not to start worshiping anything. Okay? I mean, wonderful is it when you want to show your faith, but show it to God. There's the mother and there's the Messiah. But what certain people are proclaiming before the world, and I mean, even if you have images, don't bow to them. Okay, just do not bow down. Do not, and here is a group of non-Hebrews with the Black Miriam and the Messiah, where they are parading them in the streets. That portrait in the street. And here's another one of non-Hebrews reverencing. And here is the humbleness, because this is actually, as the other videos, if we've not already bypassed it, this is going to be a future prophecy amongst the nations. So it's not just him, although he knows scripture and he's already humbled himself, but the nations are going to bow at our feet, at the Hebrews' feet. And that's scriptural. If I've not put it in this video yet, it will be in the future videos. And here again, Hebrew mother and Messiah. And here also is one of the priests, and there's the image of the mother and the Messiah. And so they're reverencing truth because they're trying to make it in. You know, you can sit up here and follow the lies and deceits of this world and go to hell. You know, what's your choice? Because you're not going to be down here much that long anyways. The Messiah and the mother and the Messiah again. So this is the Black Madonna. Black Madonna being paraded in the street. Black Madonna paraded in the street. Black Madonna paraded in the streets. Black Madonna on her way out, them carrying the image of the Black Madonna on their way out to parade her in the streets. And so these people know scripture. And these people will be blessed with us. Okay? Because why? They are not against us. Understand that. I don't know what ethnic group this is. Their dress is different. But they are acknowledging the same thing. And everybody, and how God is going to give us a discernment to know who's who and what's what, he will do that. Okay? But there is the black, I'm sorry, the camera's kind of in the way. There's the Black Madonna with the Black Messiah. And the image he's carrying actually has a dark depiction of a black-skinned, a dark-skinned Messiah. And so they're just acknowledging truth, because truth is what's going to matter in the end. So please understand that. Same thing. All these are of the Black Madonna. Okay? And there's so many more. If you go type in Black Madonna on the internet, it'll be so many images that will surface. And this is the Black Christ. Some of them just acknowledge him as being the fear of the Black Messiah. If you know God, then now they're showing the Black Messiah on top and the Caucasian false image under the bottom. But that's because people who despise blacks reverence this, because they want to give the world a depiction that they are the ones or the chosen ones, which the world knows better. That deception is only in the nations where Hebrews have been taken as slaves. Okay? So these are just more images of, now the Messiah is portrayed as a black man, but yet there are non-blacks that are, my laser out, that are surrounding him. So I really kind of don't understand how possibly that picture with that same, and the same here, where they're proclaiming the Messiah to be black, but then you have Caucasian images surrounding him. I guess maybe that's just their way of professing that they know he's true. And this is the Black Messiah walking on water when he bidded Peter to come out, and Peter came out for a while and then began to sink because his faith, because his faith diminished. This is the Lord's Supper. Not all of his 12 disciples are there, but that's the Lord's Supper, or a picture of the Lord's Supper. And this is another picture of the Messiah. Where you see this is an image of the Messiah. It does not actually look, because his skin will be darker and his hair will be light white in the color of wool. But I guess because they have this light back here, but his hair would not be dark. But the hands are like to say, those are God's hands that's upholding his chosen, his son. But that's not the image of how his son would look. But that's just giving you a picture that God has got his back, so to speak. And there are many images of many, and it's so many. I'm just gonna kind of go through, just kind of gaze through them, because some of them are going to be portrayed large enough and some of them small. But you can go on the internet or whatever, and you can find all types of black religious art that's out there. I mean, there's so many black religious arts. It showed even where Jonah was being thrown back on the land. That's Jonah being thrown back on the land by a great fish or whale. So, and it's all types of art out there in religious art. And it's not for you to be able to see all this. I'm just trying to show you that there are art out there if you're interested. Okay. And then we already went over this, that And if we have not, this is the imposter that has been created by this society, taking the image of one man after his death and fashioning it into a deceptiveness that's been taught throughout this country. Caesar Borgia. See if we can pull up his name. Caesar Borgia. I don't know where the S came from. Equals the false image of Jesus Christ. This name could not be a possibility. We went over that. And this image is fashioned after him. So that's just a deception altogether. And that's the lie and deceit that's been taught in this nation. Okay, let's see what else is. Excuse me, because okay, we know that the wheat and tare shall grow together. Okay, God, you don't have to worry about who's going to make it. It's not your job to worry about who's going to make it in and who's not. When the Messiah or God comes back on Judgment Day, He is going to separate the sheep from the goat. He's going to know who's who and what's what. That's not for you to concern yourself with. They're intermingled now. Okay? You got the sheep that don't have horns versus the goat that has the what do you call that? I guess that's horns. Rams, horns. I guess that, I don't know what you call, I guess you call those horns or ram horns or whatever. But anyways, God will separate the sheep from the goat, as well as the wheat and the tare that are now growing together. Why? Because you cannot really detect who's of God and who's not of God because of so much deceit. People have gotten good at deceit. It shows you here that this is the wheat and this is the tare, and they look very similar. They're both long stem plants and they're green in their early stages. But when they become grown and fully grown and ripe, then you see that the tare has a completely different look than the wheat. Okay? So now you can tell them apart. And and understand that when we operate in sin, we bring death to our nations because of sin. You know, our nations have just gotten so sinful that it's brought plagues upon the nation. You know, so understand that this is what causes so much trouble. Is matter of fact, this really shouldn't be in this folder. Okay, because this is about God separating the wheat and the tare. And then prophecy. I don't know if I went over this in the other videos, but if I did, here's a briefing of what, well, I'm pretty sure it is in the other. So I'm going to skip this because I'm pretty sure that's in the other folders. But what I would like to get into is this here really quick. I'm going to try not to take a lot of time. This is a Coliseum. We talked about a Coliseum before, and this is an event where the elite come to and pay money or however to be entertained. And that's what the ancient Colosseums look like. The exterior of the ancient Colosseum and the interior of the ancient Colosseum. Now, doesn't that look like the sports arenas and the arenas and sports arenas that we have today? Absolutely. I mean, back then, you had people filling up the Colosseums to watch hungry, starved animals feast on unfortunate victims. And they viewed this as something that was sports or events. People gathered in these coliseums to see things like this. Also things like this. You see the spectators all up high, out of harm's way, but they're looking down on all the activity down there. I mean, and it seems like in this picture that they have men warring as well as animals. There's an animal's head that's been severed and a beast's legs over back there. You know, so it's animals and men that are warring against one another. And we've seen this before because I was showing you how men wore skirts back in the day, so that you'll understand that that was the attire, dresses and skirts, and that was the attire that they wore. So we did see this, but we're seeing it again, and then they would fight to the death. This man might have won today, but he'll be back in that arena again to appease these spectators until he's eventually killed. He was the victor today, and he lives to fight another day, because the next time they have the event, he's more than likely going to be in it, and he'll be in it until someone eventually kills him. This is another spectator. All these sailors in the background that use Hebrew boys with these boxing gloves on one hand and cups in their hand in the other hand, and they're all blindfolded. So I don't know if they fought one another blindfolded or exactly, but you can see that none of them are in the arena, only just black boys. And this was sport for them. And this is the modern day Coliseum or sports arena or arena. And you have the same where you got the inside arena floor where all the activity takes place, and you got all the elites sitting up in the bleachers as spectators. And Hebrews are a part of this as well, because once Hebrews have gotten involved in physical sports because of their strong bodies, they tend to dominate the sports. Most of them that have gotten into basketball and volleyball and baseball and all kinds of sports, they tend to dominate it because they are more physical. During slavery, they have been taught not to think. And so, as a result of their minds being paralyzed through the period of slavery, it has taken time to start thinking again. This is another form of a Coliseum type situation, boxing. People getting in the ring and beating one another. And wrestling is another form. And there's baseball, another form. Now this is this modern day Coliseum was made to profit. Look at all those rows and up in the balcony stadium. This was definitely made for profit, and that's a baseball field. It just goes to show how men will gather for, and they bet on sports as well, just like they betted back in Coliseum times. They bet even on sports today, and this is soccer, ice hockey, football, racing, drag racing. Let's see, track. This is a track field where they run around the field, and all of these are just like, and this is a tennis court, but all of them are modern day Coliseums. This is gymnastics. This is ice skating, horse racing, animal racing, dog racing. And then this is what they did once they stopped them from allowing brutality in the Coliseum, and they abolished violence and murders and all that. So now you got people, you see these vehicles back here, you don't see a coliseum or nothing. This is something that's done illegally. And it's done where these two men will bet big money on their dog being the victor of that fight. So people still do illegal things. If they were caught, they would both be in trouble for that event, for allowing those dogs to fight to the death. And some people used to do it with other animals like chickens, or is it roosters? You know, stuff like that. Roosters would fight and stuff. So Hebrews, understand that I know you look at this as a better way of obtaining a better life, but do not ever keep all your eggs up in one basket. Create you an alternative plan, because if you become injured in one of these sports, what will you do then? What plan will you have? Always develop another means of being able to survive on this earth. Don't let all of your eggs be put up in one basket. Be versatile, because life is so changeable. You never know when you might sustain an injury, and once you get an injury and you can no longer play, then your dreams have just been shattered. So never just depend upon one thing. And if you're doing sports, and I know that they pay good money, because why? You are appeasing an audience. You are like the Coliseums. You are being used as sport. And back then, they did just as you were doing. I mean, the ones who pleased the audience, they got to live another day. But you know, you have to understand that at any given time, your career dreams could be shattered. So learn more than just what pleases an audience. You know, create other avenues for yourself. You know, if you're in that sport and you're making money, also think about the less fortunate. You know, people who are suffering, and understand your people have been suffering since they got here. So go back to your community that you were raised in and do something good. Do a good work. You know, a basketball player, you know, just do some good works. Football, you know, go home to your area that you were raised up